Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered. I'm your host, Jermaine, and today I have a special guest on the podcast. Actually, I have two special guests. I don't know why I said I only had one. Today's going to be awesome. As you know, I went to DreamHack Atlanta last week. Got to chop it up with the homies, got to see some people I haven't hung out with in real life for the very first time. And if you haven't done that, if you have a group of friends that you hang out with, Discord calls, you're playing games with them, and you get the opportunity to see them in real life, do it. It's amazing. It'll change everything. I think I've gotten closer to some of the people that I rock with, but that's for another podcast. Today we're going to be talking with the partners, the homies from NVZN Studios, who are bringing a game out relatively soon that on first glance at the con blew my damn mind. I was like, I can't believe this is what? Like, y'all are doing this? And shout out to the homie that was there. He broke down what the game was. He was very energetic, and of course Boss came through. As we saw this game, I was like, I gotta have a conversation with him. So before we get him on the line, I'm going to read their bio, get you all excited for the conversations about to come up, and then we'll jump into it. NVZN Studios is a game development venture 20 plus years in the making. They are Aaron Cooper and Art Grayson, two artists, one musician who's a lifelong gamer, and the other a muralist who's a nuclear engineer. Yeah, you heard that correctly. I said nuclear. Can't wait to ask. This is the game in question. Listen up. Welcome to the Ballpocalypse. From NVZN Studios comes Ball and Gun, a definitive genre-bending sports FPS roguelike that fuses high-octane shooter mechanics with the rhythmic flow of a sports simulation. I'm a little sick, so I usually just be on point, but I'm going to read it again later. Step onto the court as you've never seen it before. Players must master a killer jump shot alongside an evolving arsenal of divine weaponry to survive unrelenting undead hordes. This isn't just about survival. It's about ascending to the ultimate status of basketball god. In a world where sports and shooters collide with intense, addictive energy. Experience the innovative gameplay that generated over 2.7 million views virtually overnight and sparked a global conversation. Woo! Got through it. With that being said, let me introduce our pristine guest for the evening, Art from NVZN Studios. How you doing, homie? Welcome to the podcast.
We need the rap air horn on that. That intro was fire, bro.
Man, I
needed you to drop a couple billions and billions.
Felt I was going to, but my voice was like, "Hey, man, you a little under the weather. You chill out." And of course, we got the homie.
God,
that was great. We got the homie Bossu versus who from Shield Social Studios, and I can't wait till you get into that as well. Welcome, Boss. How you doing?
Thanks for having me again, brother Crip. Jermaine.
My gosh, son.
So on the pod, you're Jermaine. That's
yes.
Okay.
Because it's more marketable. It's like,
okay.
Not only do I do the podcast, I also do mindset coaching. So mostly towards creators, if you're having issues with procrastination, imposter syndrome, all that fun stuff, we get together, have a conversation, and by the end of that conversation, you are good to go.
Wow.
So it's more easier to be Jermaine in that space. But
that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Multifaceted. Okay.
And for the studio, Aaron and I, we came up with the idea for Envision.
Okay.
And I took it and made it like the literal letters, NVZN. Yeah. So it's actually pronounced Envision. You can say it the way it looks.
That's what I was going to go with, but I didn't want to fuck up on, and be like, that's not it, bro.
I feel like maybe we have to let people know, because I mean, it's kind of it's meant to be looked at and feel funny. Like, envision.
Exactly.
Whatever you envision, you run with and you make it. Envision it, create it. That's kind of
that is dope. All right, well, we're going to redo the whole beginning of this pronounce plan.
Take it from the top.
Yeah, take it from the top. All right, Aaron. Art, now that we have you here, I have to ask. Origin story of this game, Ball and Gun. How did it start? How did we get here? Give me your backstory.
Yeah. So first it was my uncle died, and and then he said, he had these famous words where responsibility, something like that. And I was like, I got to take on the mantle. It was not serious. No.
Bro, I was like, huh?
I ain't got no Uncle Ben story.
As soon as he said,
And he meant a lot to me, man. I couldn't
I
let
was
it go.
locked in. I was like, oh, really? Almost got bamboozled.
No, man, it was a random Tuesday, and Aaron probably, you know what I'm saying, was throwing down the mantle with some ideas, and we were kind of tinkering around with some games. And I'm very simple minded. I'm very, very simple minded. You know, I was like, oh, well, you know, I think he said something like, oh, dude, you're such a ball and gun gamer. And I'm like, yeah, but what if we did a game that was like more like that? And he was like, I mean, people don't like to play that kind of stuff. You know, the ball and gun games aren't taken seriously. I was like, what about a game with both?
Nice.
So it's kind of like one of those moments where sometimes you take a thing literally and it kind of can take you to a new level. So we kind of started talking about it. We just jumped straight in, just sort of no holds bar. We were just kind of like, well, you know, it wasn't like, oh, let's put down some notes and come up with some ideas and workshop this to a couple of people. We just started doing it, right? Like literally, we were like, okay, we had a couple ideas about like where we were going to do this, and we knew sort of down the line where we wanted to go with this. We were like, we want to go to a con and we want to show up with a game that like takes people's breath away. That when you see it from across the room and you're like, nah, nigga, I got to go play that shit.
Yeah.
I got to go play that shit. Right. And I was like, what's more awesome than going to something like a BlurredCon, right? The Black Nerd Convention hosted in DC. It's like a geek nick. It's insane. It's insane. I was like, oh, we got to take something legit for this. Right. So we started working on the idea. The next day we had a prototype and we were just kind of tinkering with shot mechanics. Mm-hmm. Realizing that like shooting two things at the same time requires a little bit of coordination and like, you know, a priority of functions. But once we figured that out, you know, we went through some bad builds. I gotta be honest, we went through some bad builds. You know, yeah, there were ones that just didn't make sense at all. And it's kind of funny because looking out there on the industry, we've seen, you know, like a lot of different other games. Obviously, there's so many games out there, you know, AAA, III, single indies and all that kind of stuff. And we're like, oh man, like I see they did this mechanic with their game. Like we had an early version that worked like that. And I could tell why there was so much friction in it, you know? So yeah, it was a little bit of lightning in a bottle. I got to be honest.
Yeah. Wait, so you started this like a couple months ago?
Yeah. Yes.
That's insane, bro.
We have been game developers at this point for less than one full calendar year.
That's amazing.
And this is not the first game we actually worked on. We weren't just like, oh, let's pick up a game title. Like, what could it be?
Yeah.
We had already done about 24 at that point. Right. I mean, not as full featured as Ball and Gun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Right. But we just tinkered with stuff just endlessly. We were up till 2-3 in the morning a lot of days, just like hanging, talking with stuff. We thought this was just like the coolest fucking hobby that we had picked up.
Right.
And then it turned out to be something we just became obsessed with, mostly because my brother's got like an addictive, obsessive energy about like ideas and concepts. And I'm an engineer. I love to tinker with shit.
Yeah.
So you bring me an interesting enough problem, especially one that you can't fix. And I'm all about the system to make it work.
Oh my gosh.
We got this phrase between the two of us. Difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week.
That's dope. That is dope. That's the best like combination of personalities, especially when it comes to stuff that you're creating. Be obsessive over it. Be looking towards a finished product. Not even finished. Like you said, you did 24 different products. Like that's amazing.
So my mantra is like not really even a mantra, but just sort of my modus operandi. If I got an idea, 5 minutes later, I'm putting it in front of somebody.
Ooh,
right. So it's not about a finished product at all. Like it's honestly, the earlier you are to fail, the better you are at being able to hone it and refine it or move on to something else to save your time.
For sure.
Yeah, man, actually, maybe, hey, if you're here for advice for game devs, that might actually be it. We can call this show a wrap. That's the best advice I could probably give.
That's so dope.
All downhill from here, man.
That mindset in regard to like, hey, just have the idea and get it out is kind of how I've been moving doing content. Crip knows, like, if something works, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. I'm moving on to the thing. I'm keep building and making things that eventually that I can get better at.
That's inspiring. Yeah. That honestly, like, that fuels me seeing other people who are like that, you know?
Yeah. That's my goal. Like, I hope more people hear messages like this is you need to continue to do stuff. Like, don't put on one thing and like, oh, it failed, and then go like wag your tail back. Like, no, like keep putting that content out, keep putting those ideas out, and eventually you never know what's going to happen. Like ball and gun. Like, so I think you mentioned something while we were still at the con. What happened at DreamHack Atlanta with the game itself?
Man, I think broadly speaking, and I feel like I know exactly what you're kind of picking up on. There's a specific instance where things just kind of went crazy. Yeah. I think I'll start broadly though. Broadly, we just sort of realized what we had. Mm-hmm. And obviously this kind of blew up and went viral after BlurCon and GDC. The Black Hokage picked it up, and it's just his chat just swarmed him, was just like, yo, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? There's an actual ball and gun game. And he was like, nah, shut up. And they were like, yeah, it's ballandgun.com, right? So he went to ballandgun.com, literally loaded the game, and in 2 clicks he was playing live on the stream. And that just like doesn't happen. And we didn't realize that. Right.
Really?
So we came to this from a position of how can we break into the gaming industry? We didn't come from that position, because that's very thoughtful. That's very methodical. We ain't that. That would be like, oh, if we had like sat down and took notes and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Paid our dues and all this kind of stuff. We were just like, we didn't expect to break into the gaming industry. So we just wanted to do whatever we wanted to do and wanted to make it easy for people to play this thing and have fun or whatever. We hosted the entire thing ourselves, our own servers, our own machines and everything like that, our own code.
Yeah.
Built the entire thing, the game engine from scratch, from the ground up. And just like made it fast. Like fast to play, fast to work on, fast to iterate. So broadly speaking, at DreamHack, it was like another chance to really see that this concept that we had done was like developing a life of its own. Like people like y'all coming up and just being like, no, this ain't what I think it is. And we're just like, yeah, bro, it's exactly what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Young and old, white, black, Asian, Pacific Island, like it didn't matter. People coming up was just like, this is amazing. It's just, it's like the funnest fun of both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? True. Sports, like shooter games and sports games, what makes those things fun, but then doesn't take itself too seriously. So it like meets in the middle of those things, right? And gives you like an easy challenge of like trying to do these 2 things. So we're like day after day seeing this happen, and we're like, man, this is opening our eyes. Like people dig this, bro.
Yes.
People dig this game. And then somebody came across the table, you know what I'm saying? Picture this, right? We're sitting here, our minds are blown, you know what I'm saying? Like we've come all this way. We've like legitimized ourselves and gotten our studio together, whatnot. We got a Steam storefront page and everything like that. You type in Ball and Gun on Steam store and you can find our game and everything. Like we're feeling like we've done the impossible, right? And somebody's like, man, you should have got Dwight Howard to play this game. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing to say. Appreciate you though. And then like an hour later, somebody else is like, yeah, you really need to get Dwight Howard to play this game. I'm like, why? Like, there's so many basketball players. Why him specifically? I feel like 2 people said that today. And somebody was like, because he's right there. I was like, no, what? Oh. So you after you have like humped all your equipment from states away to come to this like you got all your stuff set up here, monitors, computers, laptops, left it all.
Yeah.
Went running around the conference looking for this looking for this dude.
Yeah.
Just gonna trust the community that my stuff is safe right now. And me and my brother were like, we gotta find this dude.
Exactly.
And then lo and behold, he was sitting there, right? So we had another one of our brothers that was there with us. He was like, I'll find him. I couldn't find him. I found where he was, but not where he was. Like where he used to be. I was like, oh, it's an empty chair. He's not there no more. It was the meet and greet table. The moment was over. We missed our chance, right? And then one of our other best friends, he was like Terrence. His name was Terrence, and he was like, nah, hold on. Let me go scour the entire place. Maybe he's still here somewhere, like chilling, talking to people. And he found him, and he was doing a live stream. And so Ann and I went over, and maybe there's something you ought to know about me. Maybe you picked up on it already, but I'm kind of shameless. I'll ask anything of anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? within reason, but what I consider within reason is quite broad. Right. So, sometimes, in hindsight, looking back, be like, yeah, I guess that was kind of bold.
Right.
But in the moment, it seemed appropriate. He was sitting there and he said broadly to the entire room in a very public setting, I got time, y'all. I got time. I do whatever I want these days. I was like, you got time to play games? He was like, yeah, I got time to play games. I'm like, me and my brother built a basketball game. Here you go.
Oh my God.
That's so fire.
Yes. That's so perfect.
And just without hesitation, he just picked it up and started playing. So my instinct, film this dude.
Yeah.
Film this dude because it happened. That's been the story of everything with Aaron and I.
I love this.
Envision. It's just, we just did a thing and didn't realize it until it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very emblematic of how we got here.
I hope you keep that energy going forward to wherever balling game ends up with. Like, that energy, it makes it fun. It makes it, like, I like surprises myself. Like, and these have all been great surprises. Like, what do you mean Dwight Howard's here? What do you mean he's going to come over and play my game? And like, you had I want to say balls, but you had the confidence to go to him and be like, hey, you should play our game. And here we are. Like,
for sure.
So what was y'all's first impression of it? I mean, like, when you came over, I mean, obviously the title, I hope that it just jumps out at you, right? So,
well, like, I'm aware. I'm aware of TBH, so I know the ball and gun is. That's in my in my brain. I know that. Yeah. So when I saw it, I was like, "This ain't what I think it is it?" Meanwhile, my wife and Crip were like, "Huh, what you talking about?" So I'm like, "No, just play it." As soon as I got it in my hands, I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah,
and it just, you could feel it, man. And then when Art started talking about it, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is like a passion project. They really love this thing. They really are all in on this." And I'm like, man, like when we walked away, I remember when me and Kurt walked away, I was like, that game is about to be something, dog.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't stop talking about it. We were talking about it the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That first of all, that means a lot. Thank you. And it is cool to feel like it literally goes with you. You can't put it down. And even in the mental aspect of it, it kind of sticks with you, that idea. Like, why didn't something like this exist before? But I'm glad that if it's us and this, the way that it is like, this is ideal. Like, that's a bet. That's a bet.
And like, going back to what you said before, like you wanted people like, maybe they're not, 2K players, maybe they're not Call of Duty players, but like people that fall in the middle. I was telling Art the other day, I was going upstairs to refill my coffee and I hear my oldest son Landon in the background, got your ankles. Yup. And I said, what is he up here talking about? But because ball and gun is so fresh in my mind, I just assumed, oh, he playing ball and gun, eh?
Yeah.
And he's playing on the website version of it. And I was like, is he playing ball and gun? I told my wife, she said, yeah, I saw on the website. And he's in there having the blast.
Dope.
It's so easy to pick. Once you start like pressing buttons and figuring out, it's so easy to pick up. I'll down this hill. I love playing it on mouse and keyboard. It's probably my favorite way to play it.
Really?
That's awesome.
When I played on controller, I was like, yeah, this game is fun. But when I played it on mouse and keyboard, you can't the AD alone. It's like, like
AD, you really feel like you're shaking them out there. Take them ankles. Take them ankles.
I just walk up and say, my son is in the room. It's just like it's dog. Like this game is something, bro, and I really believe in it. Like they believe in it. So
that's wild.
That's hilarious,
man. Some of the best feedback, honestly, that we've had at cons and whatnot. And I mean, y'all hear it. Like we've been doing this for less than 12 months, right? Like we're not long time in the game. You know what I'm saying? Been around the block and done this rodeo over and over. We're still so new to this, and yet, like, I guess we kind of had an ambitious plan of being like, there's an industry out there. If we're gonna get into this, if the industry has looked at this and said, "Nah, you need to be in here," we've been pulled into the industry.
Right.
We were like, let's go find the places where the industry's at, and be there. And the best feedback over and over that we've gotten about this game has been the kids that see the booth. They come up, they grab the sticks, and they're like this,
locked in
for like 40 minutes. And then after that, they put it down to like, thank you. And then they run like they got away with murder.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit. Gotta go.
And I'm
Charge
like,
for this.
that is user feedback right there.
That's fire.
They just run up, they're locked in, then leave. That's just like no, you know what I'm saying? No questions. They figure it out like 2-3 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
They got it.
And they're in there.
Yeah.
I did have a question about how is it watching people play your game on both sides? Have you had any bad experiences?
Ooh.
But mostly the good.
There's an existential answer here.
Okay.
I'll try to keep it light, but when people say a brainchild, you really do feel like you gave birth to something.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like a labor of love, kind of like Boss was saying. Like you could tell that there was passion involved in this game and this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepless Nights. My daughter plays this game. My younger daughter's 2 months old. Right? She ain't playing nothing. But yeah, our families play this game. All of our families have played it at this point.
Man.
Because we have, shamelessly asked everybody we try this game.
Yep.
Like some people who just don't game at all. We're just like, play this game. And
good feedback.
And I feel like there's an existential answer of like, this is surreal feeling of like, and especially the time when I feel it the most, when it's most powerful is when it's someone I don't know from Adam. They walk up and a stranger becomes a player in 2 clicks. And they're just like, ballinggun.com, boom, boom. And then they're like, click, and I'm playing. Right? Done. It's not like, wish list us and wait 6 months or blah, 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 or, get an account with this platform and then request us and then we'll approve or pay this before you can play. It was just the immediacy of being able to just do ballinggun.com. And that, I feel like, one, impressed people, even people who were from the gaming world and the gaming industry and game developers and designers. Like, how did you decide to decide? It was just that was what was available. We just did that. That was not like a decision over other alternatives or something like that, right? So it was a little bit of needs must, which like brought this surreal feeling of like, wow, like I just met this person. They're playing our game. Like this thing that we made. And it's not like breaking down every 2 seconds. They're having fun. They're just, man, they got feedback. Like, so there's that. There's that element of it. And knowing that like me and my brother, we did that, right? And then continue to do it. And in our head, we're logging like, oh, okay, maybe we want to change this thing. Or like, we see them really responding to the AD. I think we want to lean into that and do more fun stuff with that. So yeah, we pick up on those kind of things and we're constantly logging and constantly tinkering. Now, to the other point where you're like, do you have any cringe moments watching people play the game?
Right.
And yeah, for sure. Right. And like, let me give you a good example though. Cause I mean, just to say yes, I mean, that's, you could probably guess that's true. But we used to have this bug where when you first entered the arena, the zombies would just immediately swarm the crap out of you and you couldn't survive for more than like 30 seconds. Right. And it was like, you would just feel completely just swarmed.
Yeah.
And it was all about the wave logic, right? And that bug in combination, which probably was just inefficient programming. That's all that was. Not really just like bug.
Right.
The real bug was that the walls of the arena were sort of permeable. So when this wave of zombies crashed you into the wall, you get shoved off the plane of existence.
Yeah, that sounds fun, actually.
So
it's a nice way to lose a game,
Might bring something like that back, where it's sort of like the arena of power in Dragon Ball Super, where it's just like you're out here floating. And, saying, hey, if you get pushed off the map, that's it. Literally. So yeah, we might have to bring something like that back. But there were some cringe moments early testing where people were just getting, just sprinter boosted by zombies.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And getting pushed off the map. We were like, just hit reset on that. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
So, yeah.
But you want to say something? I feel like you.
Yeah. I want to go back to something that he said. Like, it's a lot different from like when somebody plays your game or sees your game and says, when's it comes out? You're like, and I add to my wish list. And then they add to their wish list, but they might not ever think about it again. I think one of the biggest strengths of your book, and I think what resonated with me and Crip, is you are there getting the people that are playing it engaged. You are asking them, hey, yo, can you do that, do this, or tell them to do this, do that. Hey, try doing this, try doing that. Hey, and talking about the game with such passion that is going to continue to be one of the biggest strengths of the game, is like you talking that, giving that energy to the person that's playing it. So
yeah,
Like when we left, like I said, we just kept talking about it. Like I played a couple other games. I don't think, and Crip, you can speak on this as well. We played quite a few games at that indie corral or whatever they called it. And Ball and Gun is one we kept talking about. Yep. And there's another game I'm thinking about in particular, Crip. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna put nobody out. But it's on the wish list, and you can play. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I know exactly.
But bless they heart.
Yes. Yeah, but they never. We sat there, played, and tried to figure out. Never said anything about that game. They were just there, just manning the booth.
Exactly.
And that affects how people perceive your game. If you're not seeming inviting or seeming like you enthused about your game, how do you expect anybody else, random stranger from Kansas City, to get enthused about your game?
Exactly.
So. But more power to you, man. And I appreciate your energy and what you guys have done just at the booth alone. So.
No, that's awesome, man. So what brought y'all to DreamHack, like, to begin with? Because I mean, it's wild that y'all wound up in our little small corner of it. It's powerful that it stuck with y'all and really captured your imaginations and intentions and all this. What brought y'all to the con originally, though?
I'll let you go first, boss.
I came to see my homies. No.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's
a big part of it. But I had launched my business, Shield Social Studios, and I've been doing some projects here and there. I've been doing stuff for big companies, small companies, but this was the first convention that I was going to where it was just me pushing and promoting me, just me. I wasn't representing any other company or anything like that. But a lot of it was like, hey, I'm going to meet some of my homies for the first time. But I made sure to bring my wife along because she's going to keep me honest. Because if it was just me out there, it was going to be me and Crip kecking, playing Tekken all day.
Playing Tekken, yeah. They got free play over here. Let's go set up real quick.
But I just wanted to experience it as like somebody that's actually trying to push what they're trying to do and actually just get out there and shake hands. Like me and Crip talked about like having the elevator pitches, and I told him like I got a pitch, but I ain't pitching because I want to.
Can we hear it?
Yeah. Put him on the spot.
Oh, go for it. You can't bring that out there and say you had one tonight. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so I'll be like, yo, my name is Mike. I go by Bossu. I got a company called Shield Social Studios where we make cool shit for cool people. So I do anything from video editing to content creation. I can make your posts even sound better. So listen, here's my card. My number's on there. My email's on there. You can see my portfolio. But hey, let's make magic happen and get to work.
Cool shit for cool people. That sticks with you.
Yes. That was my thing. But like, I was like, yo, I'll have it in the tuck if it comes up. But really, I wanted to my goal was to make conversations, be in the room, be present where my feet are, and don't push sales in people's faces. I come from a big sales background. So I just want to talk about why you here and what makes you enthused about the thing you're doing. And if it comes up, I'm going to make it come up naturally.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in a position where I'm just like, I need your money. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I want to make actual connections because we are living in a world, in a universe where it's like, it's less about what you know and what you can do, but more so who you know. Anybody can pull up YouTube and go to YouTube University and do something great. Hell, you can pull up ChatGPT and do something great. No, you can't.
You did.
But
yeah, not really, but yeah.
No, you can't. You can make something with 6 fingers. Like, I'm saying, like, anybody can get up and just learn how to do it, but it's a matter of like, are you doing it for the love of the game? 1, 2, how much are you invested in the things that you're actually working on? So, and that's kind of where I stood on it. But my main reason, long story less long, I just came out there to meet my homies and make connections with new ones. That's what I came out there for.
Yeah. And to echo that was my main reason. Like, that's what I told the wife. I was like, yes, I'm going out there to like network and make connections, but I was like, I want to see the people I've been talking to for like 6-7+ years. Like, why not? And that I feel like when you go into that energy with like-minded people, when you don't have to explain what uploading is, you don't have to explain what like posting content is. Y'all are just all in the same vibe, same mindset. Like, dope stuff comes out of that. I came back with like 4 or 5 different ideas of things that I want to do going forward for my community, to bring people into this community as far as content creation goes. And seeing people being passionate about what they love helps me push my art forward. So like, again, seeing you art at that event and you being super into your game just sparked, I'm like, oh, I could do anything. Like, this man is so hyped for his game. Like nothing else matters. Like so I can't imagine somebody coming to me like, I don't like this game. You would have been like, okay, moving on to the next one.
For those of you watching this podcast, like Art was around and in front of the booth.
Yes.
He was outside of the booth.
Yes.
That's unreal.
Like, that doesn't even compute to me that that's an abnormal thing, though, bro.
Bro.
Like, you say that, and I'm like, really? People stand only behind their booths?
And don't talk about the game.
Don't talk to you?
Don't show you, unless you ask a very specific question, they're not showing you how to play the game. They're like, oh, you should check this part out. Or, oh, this is where you get, like, it's hard to pull that information.
If I see people walk by the booth and they don't make eye contact with me, I'm like, what's up, yo? Hey, it's a great day to shoot hoops and shoot zombies. What you doing? What, you here to walk or you here to play games? Like, you know?
That's
I mean, not
man.
that, like, I don't know. I mean, you could pick up on people's vibes, right? Like,
True.
You know, if they're making a beeline to that adventure game down there because they're into fairies.
Right.
All right, cool. Go play your fairy game. Like, I'm not trying to steal you from another creator who like can't wait for you to show up and be on that wavelength, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like when you see those people and they're just like,
I'm
like, I got you. You see it, right?
Yes. That's how you
never
got me.
seen nothing like this before. Come on, let me tell you about it.
This is me. I walk with my backpack. I see this big ass sign that says ball and gun. I'm like, huh? He's like, eh? And I'm like, fuck it, let's play this.
And that's as simple as it needs to
so
be,
good.
right? Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah, I think like that's a big part of it. For me, it really doesn't like make a whole lot of sense to go that far, to be that close to other people and to not like make a connection with it. Like Boss is saying, it's very much about seeing the person as a whole individual, right? We're here on this life, we're here on this earth, we're experiencing what we have, and we there's so many other things we could be doing at any moment in time, right? So like making the most of that time in that moment, in that experience, and if I'm here to like show you something, I really want you to like get the best shake on it. Which is funny because it's not exactly the same for every person that walks up to the booth. Different people are going to be coming up interested in different things. They might be interested in technically how we built the game, why the title is the way it sounds, like why we chose FPS, like for like a first person POV for basketball, because that's something that you don't really see very often. Aaron is always talking about how like there's never really been a first person basketball game. It's always third person, right? Yeah. And that changes the mechanics of how you play basketball in our game. You know what I'm saying? Dunks are the strangest things where it's just like you realize like, hey, if in first person, when you go to do a dunk, you don't see yourself dunking.
Right.
Yeah. So we really took a lot of these things into account. And it's like some people can be interested in like sort of how we did it. Some people are more interested in like how they play and their experience of it. And we just gotta like just try to catch a vibe and sort of what you're interested in and just try to like let you have at that. And sometimes it's less is more, right? Say less, let them just go at it and just wait till they got a question. So, we're not like on everybody that walks up, You just got you kind of, you catch a vibe. Hey, y'all came up. Big smiles, real interested. Yeah, we felt seen. Seen.
I want to pinpoint this idea of not needing a blueprint to do whatever it is you want to do in life. Like, y'all came into this game, this developer game, without any knowledge of how people do cons or how people promote that. You're like, we want to be where the industry is. We have a game idea. We already have a prototype up. Let's go from there. And because of that, you chose your own path and you're moving in your own way. And it's huge because like, I don't think you mentioned it earlier, having a demo for your game, even if it's an alpha or beta, whatever version of it, like being able to show somebody your game and they can go play it at home and not have to worry, like I wish listed and I got to wait 6 months. No, I can play this right now. I can bust on my phone, show my wife. I'm like, hey, look at this. This shit's crazy, right?
Can we screen share on this pod?
Yeah, I think so.
And like fire it up a little bit?
You know what? Let me see. I've never actually, look, we're stepping outside my...
I want you to get messed up, Crip. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what? You pull it. Like, can you screenshot?
You the host. You the host.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you do it. No, I can't. I'll be able. I guess we're gonna show my skills. Don't judge me. Boom. Ball and gun. Share.
Yo, that's.
Oh my gosh, that's nuts. So, Ender Arena. I'm just shooting around. Screw y'all. I'm about to get shot up right quick.
You're gonna be in there with no zombies though.
Wait, I love like the music's fun. Like just coming in here, it's like, what do I? All right, don't judge that.
That's good. That was good.
Wait, can y'all hear it?
You're getting the feel. Yeah. I mean, I can hear it. I don't know if the pod is picking up the soundtrack though.
It looks like it's coming through.
Go ahead and break it again.
There it is.
Yeah. And now I can ankle break.
But there's no zombies in the shoot around.
True. Let me get some zombies in
But there it is. Get that.
Got him.
No,
you know what's crazy? When you figured out how to shoot on a PC, you were killing it. Like, he made the game look way more. Hold on.
Now.
Oh, we're good. You made it more fun. Like, that's why I can't wait. You know what? We can stream this, right? The website game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. This was our alpha. We built this for people to play for free. And we're likely going to leave it up here forever exactly the way it is because it's kind of like a time capsule, right? Like, This is what we brought to BlurCon. This is what we brought to GDC. This is what blew up and went viral. And in a way, like, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now, however long, once we have continued to develop this and put more into it, we want people to be able to see how it started. Mm-hmm. And at the very least, always have, like, in the near term, have like a quick and easy way to like get into it and see why people got excited about this to begin with. But also in a way to keep us honest, right? Like, if we're never hiding how this started, we can never really say like, oh, it's always been like this, right? We can never fall into that trap of believing that like it was always amazing. There's a lot of there's a lot of clunkiness about this, you know, and of like things that we always wish could have been better or something like that. And I think in a way, keeping that there, one, it sort of feels true to who we are, and also helps people to believe we're being true about, you know, what we put into this. Because then you can see the delta. Well, this is how it used to look. This is what I'm paying for today. Yeah, like these brothers did some real things. And I see the thing I asked about in the new game. It wasn't in the old game. I see it in the new one. You know
I love seeing a story progress. I love seeing content creators start from zero, going to wherever they end up at. So I think that's a smart ass idea to keep this up to see where it came from and where it ended up. Like, that's smart.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. Yo, the shoe squeaking is killing me, bro. All right, listen, I can play this all day.
I can watch you playing it.
This is too good. This is too good.
Fun. Yeah.
Damn. All right.
That's what got motion.
I hope other companies, other video game developers take a mark out of your book and actually do the same. Like, put up something that people can play with, have fun with, give you feedback on. Think most not want to say most. I know a lot of people who are scared to show their early work because they don't want to get judged, they don't want to get made fun of or whatever it may be. But I feel like that's the biggest, strongest point you can have to move forward in something you want to do. Get feedback. I know Boss got something to say.
Yeah.
Because I want to flip it back on you. Do you still have some of your old original content up to look back at to see how far you've come?
Yes.
Ooh,
bro. Yes.
No, I was because the spark that idea in my head. One of my very first streams or pieces of content creation, I had I was talking through the PS4 microphone, through the controller, playing Tekken 7, and you know how loud I can get?
Yeah.
That shit was peaking. I was talking all kind of shit. And you know me playing Tekken 7, I wasn't really that nice, but I was winning. But it sounded like I was talking through a tuna can, bro. But I still have it up.
Because I know it's entertaining. Yeah.
Bro, it's still up. So I was just thinking about that just now.
Nah, bro, I refuse any old YouTube videos I make in the old live stream. I keep that stuff up because it is, for me personally, I just go back and watch it. I'm like, man, I had bad lighting. My mic wasn't working. I was looking at so many things, and I can appreciate where I'm at now. And I love that feeling.
Yeah. Bro, you know what I was just thinking? Not even going too far back. Remember when Guilty Gear Strive first came out and I made that Anji video?
Yeah.
With my son in it?
Yeah.
That video would go crazy today. I didn't have the audience then for what I was doing because it's no different. It's still in the same wheelhouse of what I was doing. But I was like, damn, if I remake this video, this thing could go crazy.
I'll be waiting for that video.
I just didn't have the audience there.
That's fire. Well, Art, thank you for doing this show with us. I knew it was going to be dope. I learned so much more about the game, not only about the game, but you as a person. And I feel like it's been a while since I've been invested in the people that's making my games. And to see someone like you who is doing the damn thing and you could tell that you're passionate about it, it makes me excited to see what the future of this game, what the future, like, I don't even know what you plan on doing after
future.
This.
Oh my gosh. So when's this going to air, first of all?
Well, you tell me. I can put it up this next Tuesday, or I can push it back if need be.
All right. If it's this Tuesday, we're allowed to announce something kind of big.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
So NVZN Studios has just been accepted into its first Summer Game Fest showcase 2026.
Yo, what?
Yes, sir. Yes. Just booked my ticket to LA. Basically.
That is fire.
Yeah. We found out the day we met y'all, actually.
What?
After y'all had walked away, we got an email. I didn't believe it was true.
Yeah.
And the email came in and it was just like, it was a head scratcher. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
This says Summer Game Fest Showcase. Like, just don't.
That's dope. That is dope.
What?
Yes,
I asked Aaron, I was like, is this for real? And he's like, that's the mix. And I was like, it's the mix.
That's so fire.
So yeah, we're in the Mix Summer Game Showcase 2026. We are going to be at the Grammys, bro.
Hold on, what?
Yes.
That's
NVZN
insane.
Studios is going to be
that.
Yes, we are an official selection, so we get the laurel wreath that we can put on the game and announce it and everything like that. We're going to be at the Grammy Museum downtown LA rooftop, and we're going to have a demo of the game live for everybody who's attending, and it's a big moment. Like this went from being passion project to being like this we are fucking here.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
Big announcement.
Oh my God.
We have what they call it, like an announcement embargo or something like that. One step below an NDA, like you can't say anything. It's just like, just wait until this day, and the Mix makes their announcements of all their official selections on the 25th.
Gotcha.
So
Perfect.
we'll be. You're either finding out right now, or you just heard yesterday if this launches on Tuesday.
That is fire.
Yes. Ball and Gun is official selection at the Mix Summer Game Showcase.
I love that.
Yeah, we'll be at the Grammy Museum on rooftop on June 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be part of the showcase and definitely online. So it's a big deal.
Congratulations.
So the future looks bright.
Yes, it does.
That's amazing.
The future looks bright.
I love again. I look everything through a mindset lens, and like just hearing that you started something that you wanted to do. You didn't look for no damn blueprint. You just did what you needed to, and your blessings came. Like, the things that need to happen to make this game happen are just coming your way. And, like, you just rolling with it. And I can tell, like, there's no cockiness with it. And you're just like, yo.
Appreciate y'all.
This is awesome. This is what we do. And I man, that excites me. I can't wait.
Appreciate y'all.
That's
like
crazy.
This fills my cup. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
As a creator, as a whole individual, as a black man, like, for real.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Yeah, it's blessings, y'all. Appreciate it. Appreciate you seeing this for what it is, for seeing us, and for wanting to, to extend the visibility with your pod and everything like that. This has been a lot of fun, boss. I know there's going to be a lot we're going to continue to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard your pitch, brother. I hope everybody else heard your pitch, brother, because they need to be working with you. Cool shit for cool people.
Yeah, that was a dope ass limit, actually.
Yeah, and Jermaine, this show is a lot of fun. You need to keep it going. If you haven't had your wildest guest yet, I hope I've been your wildest so far.
Yeah, you're
a shameless nuclear engineer who builds video games with his brother.
I love it. You can't get no more crazier than that.
Yeah.
To everybody out there listening, I will have a description. The description will have links to the game itself and more about the studio NVZN, which that's how you say it, not NVZN. Other than that, again, boss, as always, thank you, brother, for coming through and doing this. I had an idea for a podcast. I'm gonna shoot your way, and I'm saying it live, so you can't. I'm just playing. But
who running?
Yeah, man. Like, again, I love seeing us do things. I love seeing us in spaces that you usually don't see us in, and the fact that you're already getting accolades before, like, I'm not surprised. Like, after seeing the game and seeing your passion, I think Boss would say the same. We're not surprised. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. But other than that, thank y'all for rocking with us. I am going to sign off for today. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, go ahead and do so. Uploaded and Unfiltered. We talk to content creators. We talk to developers, musicians about their journey in their content creation thus far. Because I think it's important to hear stories from people who are doing things that you want to do, that you realize it's not that hard. Like, sometimes you just need to get out there and do stuff and everything will fall into place. But other than that, as always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.